Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. We are so excited to be here. Welcome to the Color 10 Eclipse 2017 special. We can't see you, but you can see us, and we can see a solar eclipse.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. David Oliver alongside my co-anchor Jennifer Keelman here. We've got our special glasses on. We've been preparing to bring you this broadcast for quite some time because the last total solar eclipse happened way back in 1979. And we played that clip last week of Walter Cronkite, Uncle Walter, reporting on the eclipse back then, and he mentioned the year 2017, which was so cool to see. We've actually got some monitors back here behind us, and we were watching back here. You had your glasses off before I did.
I did.
But we were watching back here. We just saw totality in Oregon, and we're going to see probably our best shot at totality, or 96% here in Springfield, around 1:13. And we've got our glasses. We hope you have your glasses too. Don't look at the sun without your glasses.
Yeah, don't do it. And lucky you, we're going to be here through the whole thing until 1:30 this afternoon. So it's going to be a good time. We're here to have fun.
We are. We're going to have fun. And I've got Tom Turton and Jeremy Rabe over here.
Oh, they're bunches of fun.
They're going to do some hillbilly science for us, and Tom Turton just had his glasses on a minute ago and looked up and he said, we're at total Pac-Man mode right now.
And I would agree with that.
Because it looked like Pac-Man.
Nothing could be more true.
So clearly we're here to show you what's going on all across the Ozarks as people enjoy the total solar eclipse of 2017. We have a team of reporters stationed all over town. Daybreak anchors Heather Lewis and Joe Morano are live over at MSU, where they've got a huge watch party over at Plaster Stadium. Our Daniel Shedd is live out at the Dickerson Park Zoo, watching the animals out there and seeing how they react to the eclipse today. Also, morning meteorologist Elisa Raffa is live at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science, where she's talking to the scientists out there about that aspect of today's eclipse.
We've got a lot planned for you, but we're going to start with Heather and Joe out at Plaster Stadium, where a lot of fun is to be had at MSU. Hi, guys.
That's right, guys. It's, first of all, great to have the whole family together, huh?
I know. How great is that?
Good to see you guys out there. And we've been out here, gosh, since about 11 o'clock, and it's just been so fun right now. What do you think?
And that's what you guys said. We are here to have fun, and that is the theme, of course, across Plaster Stadium right now. There have been tons of games outside. We've gotten on a couple of them ourselves. But fun and science are the key words here at Plaster Stadium.
It's been really educational, and a lot of kids, and then also you see a lot of adults come out here as well. It's open to the public. Still a little bit of time if you want to come out as well for this. Free glasses, too, if you show up.
That's right, and you probably can hear people over the intercom talking right now. They've got educational showings going on the big screen right now. You hear everyone getting excited as well, and if everyone has their glasses, they're telling you when to look up at the sun, how far away it is right now, and yet the cool thing is you can look up, and if you just heard, it is going to get cooler because it is so hot outside right now.
Oh boy, we're ready to go though. We are ready to go for this eclipse. We'll visit with a lot of folks here later on. For now, let's go back to you guys.
Guys, we're here at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science, where kids of all ages, adults, grandmas, grandpas are lined up for telescopes. The science in my veins is just, I'm so excited. We've got people in lines looking at telescopes. They're checking out some solar spots on the sun. They're looking at the moon come across. That we're almost a quarter, halfway through of being able to see this eclipse. It's hot out here, but it's good. We've got not a cloud in the sky, which is exactly what we need to be able to see this the way we want to. So we've got lots of science out here. We're all having fun. Even some kids have some plastic, the paper plates on their faces too, so they can see with those glasses. So we're all having a great time out here, and we'll have live reports throughout this next hour. Guys, back to you.
Well, guys, we're here at the Dickerson Park Zoo. I'm here with the Siamang, and I'm actually watching my step because the yellow line here indicates the line that you do not want to cross. In fact, if you cross that line, they come down and grab anything possibly can from you. But look at these guys. They've been hanging out up here. As for this solar eclipse, we have no idea how they're going to react. When it goes complete darkness, a lot of these different animals have different attributes and things that they start doing when they get ready for bed. As to what we'll see, we're not exactly sure. But hey, right now we're just going to be hanging out with these Siamangs. They've been swinging around and doing a bunch of fun stuff here at the zoo. We'll pitch it back to you, David and Jen, back at the studio.
All right, Daniel, thank you. I'm really kind of hoping something happens with, like, maybe one animal. We were laughing in the newsroom earlier this week thinking maybe the monkeys would brush their teeth or something.
Well, they might. Clearly, the animals may or may not have interest, but a lot of us have interest, and we certainly have our eyes on the skies today. And you got to keep in mind that if you are not protected, you are at risk, because we've been talking about these special ISO rated glasses for several weeks now. We know that a lot of stores across the Ozarks sold out. You know, there were some fake ones sold on Amazon. It's just, you got to make sure you got the right stuff.
Right, you can't see through them, so that's one indicator. And there's also numbers on here. We have that story at ozarksfirst.com.
Some of the companies were caught trying to pass fake glasses off as the real deal, but there are some reputable brands, and I think you have those for us, don't you, Jen?
Yeah, the company's caught trying to pass these fake glasses off as the real deal. Here they are. There are reputable ones, though. Okay, so here's the reputable ones. I don't want to confuse you. American Paper Optics, APM Telescopes, Bader Planetarium, Thousand Oaks Optical.
Yeah, and so you want to be sure and you know, make sure you got the right stuff there. We're going to come back here shortly because Tom Turton's going to be here to show us kind of a different way of viewing the eclipse out here, and he's got the old-fashioned method he's going to show you right after this quick break. You're watching Eclipse coverage live on Color 10 today.
We'll be right back.
Well, good morning, guys. This is an event that we are so excited for. Where am I at right now? Well, if you pan out a little bit, this is just one of the activities that you can do out here at Plaster Stadium. There are more than 13,000 people here at MSU celebrating today's solar eclipse. A lot of them are students. It's a very educational thing as well. And we've got games, we've got fun. It is hot outside, but these kids are enjoying it, right? Yeah! All right. Where's Clayton? Clayton, come here. Which school are you with, Clayton?
Chadwick.
All right. So what are you so excited about for today?
The eclipse.
All right. Did you get your glasses?
Yes.
Have you looked at it yet?
Yes.
So what was it like? Does it look cool?
Yes.
It looks like a crescent moon, right? All right. Have you guys played any of the games?
Yes.
What was your favorite?
The marble.
Explain that to me. How did it work?
You had to find the marbles in the sand.
Awesome.
A crater going into the moon.
Okay, so you guys are learning a little bit about science today too, huh? Awesome. So what do you think you're going to do when it goes completely dark? Celebrate? Are you guys going to scream?
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
Having a moon tonight.
That's right. Savor the moment. I like that. Put the phones down. Just enjoy the moment. Make sure you're wearing your glasses, though, as well. Guys, thank you so much for chatting with me. We'll check back in with you later, see if you're having fun. It is supposed to be a little cooler outside as well. We can already see the moon starting to cover the sun, which is really cool. So we're excited about the shade. It's really, really hot out here, but everyone's having a really good time. So for now, we will send it over to Joe, who is also at Plaster Stadium. Hey, Joe.
Heather, I'm just over here at the other side. Rounded up some folks from Robertson Intermediate Aurora. Guys, you ready for this right now? Yeah. Let's hear it. All right, yeah, and I'm here with my man, Cayman. How excited are you for this, bud?
I'm extremely excited. It's the first time I've ever done this.
First, of course. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
No, not a lot. I mean, yeah, of course, it's 10 years old. It's something to never forget right now. And how about you, bud? How excited are you?
Really excited.
Yeah, how long have you guys been talking about this in school?
Since it started, really.
Since it's been starting, yeah, a lot of good planning. And how about you, my friend? What have you been up to today?
Just like anything.
Yeah? And you take part in any of the games here?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? Did you win any? I played a game earlier and I lost. It wasn't too good.
I played the dart game over there, and I hit him every time.
Beautiful. We love it. And how excited are you for the eclipse here?
Super excited!
That's the emotion we need, guys. This is the emotion right here. How often have you looked up at the sun so far? A lot?
25 times probably.
She's frozen with excitement, gang. She's frozen with excitement. Samantha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Are you just loving it right now? It's nice. You're not in school, but I hope you're learning something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think so? Think it's good to be good? Very nice. We still got a little time left, though. You have those glasses handy? Show me the glasses. Beautiful. See that right there? Everyone's equipped. You got your glasses, too, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right. What have you been doing out here today?
Well, I played a couple of games.
Play a couple of games, yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. And out on the football field, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So we're going to get a lot of coverage here. How ready are you for this?
Excited. I'm very ready.
Excited. We love it. All right. Now let's throw on the glasses. Take a look right now, guys. All right. Hey, we're going to keep looking at this, guys, but I know Tom Turton, you're over there. You got some lessons for us back there at Color 10, don't you?
Yeah, Joe, he's right here with us, isn't he?
He's with us, so is Mr. Jeremy Rave. They're glaring at the sun right now, and of course they are being safe. They're using their safety glasses.
I have the right ones, just so you know, I do.
He does.
He can't see
Jeremy actually got lucky. He didn't. Hang on, you ordered like 3 on Amazon, and they sent you like 30 by
30,
mistake.
yeah, I got 30 by mistake, so I've been passing them out to everybody here at Color 10 today.
We thank you. This
You're
is great.
welcome.
I was going to say this. I can remember when I was a kid, a partial eclipse, and I can remember we didn't have these fancy glasses back then, but we did something with boxes when I was in elementary school. Tom did too. Of course, he was in elementary school like 300 years before I was.
It was the first eclipse.
It was the first eclipse ever recorded in history. But Tom is going to show us.
I can't see you anymore.
I know. Yeah, you can't hear me either. That's the hearing aid. Turn it up.
Yeah,
But no, I'm kidding.
thanks.
All right, so show us what you got here because you've got some cool things that people can use to see the eclipse.
Very simple ways. And, you know, a colander. If you have a colander at home, you can use one of these. Take a look. Look at the sidewalk there. And instead of round holes, you see the eclipsed
That
sun.
is cool.
That is awesome,
Look at
Tom.
that.
There's a
Oh my
bajillion of them there.
gosh.
Yeah, but there's the eclipsed sun right there. And, you
And
know,
it's
as
safe.
soon as it's through and we're later in the afternoon, you have spaghetti, you know?
Yeah.
So you got that.
I love it.
Oh, by the way, you know what it's called when the sun and the moon and the earth all are in alignment?
What is that?
It's the best word. I was telling you
You were
in
telling me that,
Scrabble.
yeah, for Scrabble.
Syzygy.
syzygy?
Got Z's and Y's.
Okay,
and
you
things.
learn
like
something
it.
new
Now,
every
This
day.
is the other one.
Syzygy.
This is
Syzygy.
the old sun scope. I mean, I made one of these when I was a little kid to watch a partial eclipse. And what you do, you get a box, you cut out so you can put your head in there, and then you put a piece of white paper, okay, on this side, the one end, and on this end, I'm gonna turn it around, you cut a hole and you put tin foil over it and punch a pinhole in it. This is like an old pinhole camera is what it is. And let's see if I can get the sun in there.
How long did it take for you to make that, Tom?
This just maybe 20 minutes. Okay, there you
Nice.
can see right there. There's the image of the sun being eclipsed.
Wow.
Cool.
And that way, you know, you can look at it, you can watch it, and basically what you're seeing, it's upside down and backwards, which is what a camera does on the photographic plate
Neat.
or on the film. It's upside down and backwards. So it's real easy to make. It's also very safe because you've got your head totally covered, and you know, you just kind of fish around and boom, there it is, and you'll see the image. And it is almost like a photographic image. If you take it somewhere and look at something, you don't see just shadows, you see an image there. So that's an easy way to do it.
And again, this is like I said. I remember doing this in elementary school. A lot of you probably remember the same thing. And it's you don't have to, if you don't have the glasses, just do this, right?
But something that people do have is a mirror. And what we're doing is we're looking up on the side of our
That's
building.
cool.
If we can
That's
see
very
that.
cool.
And it's an oval mirror. Best is a round mirror because that, of course, is the shape of the sun and everything. But you can see just on the right side, you can see the little bit of the moon kind of pushing into the sun. That's another way to do it. But while you're aiming it, of course, don't be looking at the sun. Find the image and you can project it on a wall or anything like that.
And we can't say this enough. Do not look straight at the sun. I know it is tempting.
Yes, it is.
Don't do it. You don't want to go to the eye doctor tomorrow.
That's right.
And I also heard too, you could
Use
possibly
these.
ruin your cell phones, the camera in your phone, if you point your son taking a video of it with your cell phone. And who wants that extra expense of buying a new phone because you put it at the sun?
Just watch
be
Color
careful.
10.
I know
careful.
that we want to show folks a Time Magazine website that's going to show you a computer-generated model of what the eclipse is going to look like where you live by the second. Obviously, everybody wants to know what it's going to look like where they live, and this kind of gives you an idea of, we're going to show that graphic. We don't have that graphic, but it's on Time Magazine's website if you want to check it out. And I think we have Elisa Raffa now.
Yeah,
don't we?
Elisa, what's going on out where you are right now?
Where'd my glasses go?
Guys, it is hot out here, but everybody's out here having a great time. We still have glasses, the eclipse glasses left, so you could still have time to head out. And when we're not looking up with the glasses, we're in these big telescopes. Kira here has been checking out the sun. What are you seeing in this big telescope?
It's the sun, but it's shaped more like the moon, more like a crescent moon, and I can even see the sunspot.
You see sunspots. How awesome is that?
Really awesome.
Science is just oozing out of here. We're having such a great time. We've got more than one telescope. We've got plenty of eclipse glasses. And it's telescopes like these. Now, not only Kira and I are using, physicists across the country are using them right now to gather data on the sun's corona. And our own Springfield scientists are part of the project. It's here.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it right now, honestly. And I do it just about every time because it's such a spectacular thing.
Once in a lifetime. That's how many are explaining the thought of getting to witness the total solar eclipse. But what is it? The moon will move between the Earth and the sun, casting a shadow on the Earth's surface. While the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, it will look like the moon blocks out the sun completely, as if they are the same size. That's because the sun is also 400 times farther away, a coincidence not like any other in the solar system, even with the moon making a pass in this same spot every 18 months.
What makes this so rare and complicated is that the sun, the earth, and the moon all have their own separate orbits, tilts, and rotations, and they all need to line up so perfectly to get this shadow. Essentially, this little ball needs to make a shadow on this basketball or the earth over your house, and the peak lasts for just 2 minutes.
It's only about a 100-mile circle, and that 100 miles is really small compared to the size of the earth. So it could be almost anywhere on the surface of the earth. The chance it'll fall right where you live is pretty small.
While the eclipse will do many cool things like blacken out our skies and drop temperatures by up to 20 degrees in just minutes, scientists are eagerly waiting on the sidelines with telescopes ready to capture new data, some unlike we've ever seen before.
We've got a solar filter on the top of this telescope here, which on eclipse day we're not going to wind up needing. We'll have the brightness of the sun come through the telescope. There's a camera here at the bottom with a GPS tracking device, and then these images come through this laptop, and on eclipse day, we'll be able to see the corona of the sun.
Drury University physics professors Dr. Bruce Callan and Dr. Gregory Ojokongas are just one of 68 teams across the U.S. to gather data on the path of totality. The goal is to take pictures of the sun's corona, the outer atmosphere of the sun. It's hard to see this on a regular day because the sun is so bright.
But when the moon is in place blocking out all of the ordinary sunlight, then this corona becomes visible. And our job is to photograph that corona for 2 or 2.5 minutes during the totality phase of the eclipse.
Both satellites and astronauts have been used in space to try to collect this data.
It helps us understand how the sun works.
But being able to observe the corona from the ground during the eclipse will help provide the best we've ever had.
If we understand our life-giving star better, then that's a healthy thing for the planet.
Both Drury professors and their students have been practicing nailing down the observation steps all summer, so when it's game time, they're ready to go.
It is phenomenal, a mind-blowing experience.
Back here at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science, we're getting close. You can start to see a little bit of a crescent, but you've got to use those glasses, and we have plenty of them left here with many telescopes. Now, coming up next, our Daniel Shedd is at the zoo to see how the animals are going to react to the brief darkness. That's next.
If you're still staying with us, you are getting excited as we are about the eclipse that's about to make everything. It's getting darker outside for sure.
It's definitely getting a little duskier out here. We're in the Color 10 Weather Garden. We want to thank you for joining us for our special live coverage today. We've been talking about this quite a bit on the news, as you know, Jennifer. Missouri is in this path that basically kind of cuts across the U.S. Yep. So our state is one where a lot of people want to come to watch this thing. And the numbers vary widely in terms of what MoDOT was expecting to see here. They've been talking about between 320,000 people and maybe up to 1 million coming to Missouri today just to view the eclipse. And you've seen the signs out there on the highway saying, hey, expect delays and such like that. So, yeah, it's obviously a hot place to be.
Well, even on my way to work, driving down 44, MoDOT had a sign out there that said, solar eclipse today, do not park on the highway.
Yeah, and clearly we've showed you some different ways to watch. You got the glasses, you got Tom Turton's contraptions. Elisa Raffa is actually out watching this with some people who have probably a few more high-tech toys than we do in terms of watching this total solar eclipse, right, Elisa?
Yeah, we have a lot of awesome toys out here. We've got great telescopes. Look how big this telescope is. It's almost as big as me. We've got kids of all ages coming in and looking at it. They can see the sun in this with some solar spots. They can see, once we start to get a little bit more totality, they'll be able to see the corona. And we still have plenty of glasses here for kids to come out and check this out. We also have a smaller telescope too. We've got a lot of fun toys out here. And this is a total solar eclipse, meaning we'll we'll be able, in some spots, 100% of the sun will be blocked out. Here in Springfield, we'll see 96% of it blocked out. Now, there are also partial eclipses. Those are annual eclipses, and those they're partial, where you don't see the full amount of the sun taken out. Now, we see the moon come through the sun and the earth about every 18 months, but this is just so rare because so many of these things got to come together to have this be possible. So truly a once-in-a-lifetime event. Get out and see it, and we still have plenty of glasses here at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science if you want to come check it out. Back to you guys.
Hey guys, it is getting darker out here at Plaster Stadium, which is kind of a creepy cool feeling out here, but a lot of kids are still playing games. There are more than 13,000 people out here at Plaster Stadium. Zach is actually a graduate student here at MSU, and you're helping out today. First day of classes, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, today, it's definitely, the solar solstice is definitely happening, and yeah.
How's it been like explaining to all these kids who are out here to get them excited about science?
It's great having all the students visit and things like that, showing them all about science and stuff like that, especially with the physics department, yes.
Okay, so what is this game going on right here?
So this is the balloon rocket race, and we're having kids take balloons to straws and line up and race them across to see who wins.
Okay, very good. So I've got a little balloon going on here. I'm hoping it really takes off. All right, here I go. 3, 2, 1. Woo! That was fast. That was pretty good. All right, so there's all kinds of games going on out here. There's educational things going on. On the big screen, you see kids just scattered. Another thing to note that it's getting a little bit cooler outside, which is great. It's starting to feel a lot better. And if you put your glasses on, you can see the moon coming over the sun. Just a really cool experience. And it's great to experience it with thousands of people from across the Ozarks here at Plaster Stadium. So for now, we'll send it back to you, David and Jen. And we're having fun out here.
Yeah, obviously you are. That's an awesome place to be, Heather. And we're showing you in a box right now. We were just showing our camera with a filter pointed up at the sun. You can see we're getting closer and closer to what it's going to be pretty much our totality here, about 96% coverage here. And Tom Turton just showed us one more cool thing over here in the trees.
Yeah,
you
can see through the trees. You can actually see the eclipse and how it's through the leaves. It's pretty cool.
The way the sun hits the leaves, it's projecting little half crescents on the ground. So there's another way you can watch this thing. It's obviously getting darker out here, and it's cooler. We were sitting here at the beginning of our broadcast, sweating, just sweating something profusely, and now I feel much more comfortable.
It is more cool, yeah. And Wes actually told me a fun fact. It's dropped 2 degrees since it started. So we're going to have more on all of that coming up next. Stay with us.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science, where we've got kids and parents and grandmas and grandpas. Everybody is here checking out the eclipse, which we're partial right now, and everybody's checking it out in telescopes. Plenty of people here having a great time. Joining me now is Matt Foyer. He's the director of the Institute here. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming out, guys. This is a great event. It's about, I guess, 80% now, so it's nice and cool out here today. So it's we're not sweating as much, but we've got the telescopes. We've got over 200 people out here. We still have some of these left, so come on out and get your free glasses. We've got a few more minutes before the 96% portion for us. And anyway, enjoy it, because I think the rest of the state's like under clouds and rain right now, right? So this is the place to be right here. So.
Yeah, we're really lucking out with that. We've got not a cloud in the sky out here. And we've got a lot of people here all having a great time. A success, I would say.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah, and we have dinosaurs and fossils and minerals from all over the world. So not just the eclipse. You can come in and see the museum and have a great time.
Yeah, oozing science over here. We're having such a great time oozing science and geeking out. Again, the kids are loving these telescopes out here. We're having just a great time. Guys, back to you.
Will you do this when I'm on? Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What is it? It's hard to tell because the sun is already setting here at Plaster Stadium, and a lot of people have their glasses. They were giving away 11,000 here at the stadium, and I'm pretty sure they got rid of all of them. I want to take you on a tour of Plaster Stadium. A lot of people wrapping up the games because they're getting excited about what's going on. So take a look. All the way up at the top of Plaster Stadium, you see people are just filling in throughout at the seats, but they're also all the way around the field as well. You hear fire sirens going on. A lot of people are excited to be out here. 13,000 people are here at Plaster Stadium right now. The kids are doing a lot of games. There's a lot of educational things going on. People have their umbrellas out. They're starting to put those away just because we are starting to see a little bit more of the eclipse shaping up. And if you put your glasses on right now, you can actually see, I'm going to say, a really thin crescent right now. So it's just a really good atmosphere. I can't wait to see the reaction here from people. 13,000 people. Are they going to get excited and cheer? Are they all going to go silent? We don't know yet, but we're going to find out. So make sure you keep it here with us on Color 10 and check back in. But right now, Joe is actually at Plaster Stadium as well, so we're going to kick it over to him.
The party is still going on, Heather. We love it right now over here at Plaster Stadium. And, you know, maybe, I don't know if this does it justice because it's getting darker. We're getting that eerie, scary movie darkness type stuff going on right now. And no one's more happy than that than Becky Baker, who's here. She is all things science here at Missouri State University, but also you're just so excited for today, right?
I am just fantastic. I am so excited that we have so many people here. It is wonderful.
And you helped put on this event today. When did you guys start planning this?
Well, we actually had one of our astronomers that started it with a discussion with the dean, and then he managed to leave, and he left. So I stepped up and had a lot of help to go ahead and get it then where it is today, which is just fantastic.
Now that you've seen just months and months of planning, how happy are you to see these kids out here loving this?
I mean, I look at it and I'm speechless. I am so excited. I just can't stop smiling that there are this many people that are interested in science and what's going on overhead.
Fantastic. Now, 1:13 or so, we're going to have about a minute. What are you going to do?
I actually need to go find me a pair of glasses is what I need to do because I don't have mine here. So I'm going to go find a pair of glasses, and I'm planning on looking up at the sun with my glasses.
All right. Thank you so much, Becky. We appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Unbelievable stuff. We're having a great time out here at Plaster Stadium. We're so close, and I know Daniel Shedd, you're out there at the zoo right now. I heard some monkeys, or I heard something going on. Daniel, what's going on now?
That's exactly right, Joe. You've heard some sightings, and actually the last 15 to 20 minutes, they've gotten louder and louder and louder. And I'm joined here with Joey Powell here at the zoo. What exactly are we hearing in the background?
You are hearing their duet song. This is a song that is just unique between Michaela and Luku. I'm having to talk louder and louder. This is a song that they will do in the morning and sometimes at night. And this is exactly what we were hoping to see.
And we're going to let you guys tune into here. It truly is miraculous. They've gotten louder and louder and louder as it's gotten darker here. Go ahead and listen in. And guys, we're going to keep you updated through here, getting closer and closer to that eclipse. David, over to you.
Okay, we don't have any noises like that going on here in the Color 10 parking lot, but I can show you a lot of our coworkers have kind of come out of the building. You've got some stragglers over here on the east side of our building. Over here, more coworkers have come out. Hey guys, hey, everybody wave, you're on TV. Say hi. So yeah, obviously it's getting darker out here, and we want to tell you that one family has taken this experience to a whole new level by joining math, physics, and music for the complete solar eclipse experience. Our Wes Peary has this report for us now.
No matter the genre, everybody loves music, but math, that's a different story. A father and daughter have come together to bridge that gap for this upcoming solar eclipse.
My dad and I had this idea about a month ago.
My daughter, Selka, is, was coming for the eclipse, and she said, well, hey, I'd like to write a piece for the eclipse. And I thought, well, how could we do this together? And so I thought, well, we could take this, we could build your composition on a tone that is related to the sunlight as it goes away and comes back during the eclipse.
Selka's dad, Greg Ojikangas, is a physics professor at Drury who has teamed up with his family musicians to create a solar eclipse experience you can not only see, but hear using a palindrome.
A palindrome is something that is the same forwards and backwards. The eclipse is essentially a palindrome. We have the sun, we have the moon move into until there's totality and we have the moon move away.
That's how Selka, a master's student in music at the University of Southern California, will use this type of music. Here's where the math and physics move in.
The moon's disk covers the sun's disk, and as that occurs, we can calculate exactly how quickly the sunlight's going away, how quickly it comes back.
This is what it sounds like when you integrate math.
You know, this is the majesty of the eclipse. The sun is blocked out by the moon, this giant black hole in the sky, and then it's over. and the shadow of the moon moving at 1,465 miles an hour leaves.
And this is what it sounds like when you compose music with the tone. Selka chose a Greek chant called Come Receive the Light. It's an exciting time for Professor Ojikangis, not only to work with his daughter and sons, but to witness the eclipse himself.
And I've never seen one myself, so I'm excited to see it.
Very cool story there indeed. Thanks so much for that, Wes Peary. We are approaching totality here in Springfield, and it's getting quite a bit darker. Coming up next, we're going to check in with Dan Malloy and Jamie Warner, who are going to show us even more of the path of totality up further north near Rolla and Columbia. Stay here. You're watching special eclipse coverage live today, right here on Color 10. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching live Eclipse 2017 coverage here on Color 10. I did not lie. We really are trying to get Dan Malloy and Jamie Warner, having a bit of a problem getting Dan Malloy. He's, I believe, up near Columbia. But obviously, you can see where we're sitting right here in the Color 10 Weather Garden. It's getting darker. It's almost kind of eerie out here.
Yeah, it's kind of eerie. It has gotten cooler. Wes tells me it's dropped at least 2 degrees, and you can definitely feel that. We're not sweating as bad as we were. And I don't know about you, but all week, and our producer Jake's been giving me a hard time, but I cannot stop singing Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Kelly Smith, come here, just real fast, Jake. Hang on. We had to bring her in.
One line
from Ozarks Live.
Well,
Kelly Smith has
one
line for us.
Seconds, right?
That's
right.
Total eclipse of the sun.
Yay for Kelly.
There you
Okay.
go. Thank you very much.
And speaking of total eclipse, let's go up to Dan Malloy, who's up, I believe, near Columbia, where you're going to see much more totality up there, right, Dan?
Guys, it's starting to get a little darker. It's almost like you put a filter over the sun right now. We're getting close. I'm going to do my best to see if I can flip you guys around and give you a look. It's going to be very, very faint up there. But you know what? I don't know if this iPhone's got it in them. You see the very, very slightest piece of it, but I'm on the University of Missouri campus where it's actually the first day of school. You may not believe that if you took a look down the block. I'm actually visiting my sister. There's pretty much watch parties all down the block. It's getting pretty dark. You feel the temperature dropping. The one thing I've noticed here that's really blown my mind, you guys, is the utter availability of these glasses, these solar eclipse glasses. There was a major shortage we heard about in Springfield. They can't get rid of them quickly enough here. Bar's giving them away. They're at Walgreens. They give out 4,000 pair on the quad, but we're approaching totality here. I'm going to put my glasses back on and send it back to David and Jennifer in the studio, guys.
Okay, Dan Malloy live up near Columbia. He's got his glasses on right there. I was just looking up there right now. And I mean, we're approaching what's going to be, I think, our totality here in Springfield.
What is it, 96%?
About 96%, and it's so tempting to look up. You can hear the trucks are honking back here. It's so tempting to look up there because you think, oh, you can do it, but folks, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take a chance. I pray that we don't have stories tonight on the news about people in the ER who went there because they looked up without the glasses today.
Because it's tempting.
It is tempting.
Jamie actually went to Rolla to get one of the best views. We're working to get him. We'll have him in a few moments.
I think we have a view from NASA that we're going to be showing you if we can, guys, up in the control room. NASA's obviously monitoring this. This is like Christmas morning for NASA. And there, right there, is Madras, Oregon. Now, we watched this image 45 minutes ago before we came on the air when they had totality in Oregon. So you can see, I mean, it's approaching totality here in Missouri. So you can see we're now about they've got 2/3 of the sun back out there in Oregon.
I know, it's a fantastic time. And again, don't look at the sun, don't look at the eclipse, just make sure you have glasses or do one of the cool things that we told you that with the box or what Tom taught us earlier in our newscast.
Yeah, and we've got, like we we said, we got our teams out at Plaster Stadium. We've got Elisa out with the scientists at the Missouri Institute for Science, and Daniel Shed's out watching the animals
smiling at us, David.
Dickerson Park Zoo. And I thought it was so interesting to talk to Daniel out there because you could hear the monkeys were reacting to what they were experiencing. And you know, we did some stories, Jennifer, if you remember too, on the news, where we talked to a veterinarian saying, well, what do you do about your pets? Well, the pets
are okay.
Most pets are going to think that the sun has gone behind a cloud. They're not going to look up. They don't care. But the monkeys obviously were having a reaction out there by making that noise.
I heard them. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. We've got a lot of coworkers who've come out of the building here at Color 10 to watch the eclipse, and I mean, it's getting pretty dark out here right now.
Look at all these people. If you guys can zoom over here, it's fantastic just to see all of our coworkers out enjoying such a historic moment. Fantastic.
Yeah. We can show you some pictures from Missouri State University right now. Actually, you got lots of people out there. Look at that; they're laying on the turf out there.
Oh, what a sight!
Everybody looking up at the sky. I bet I can't hear what's going on there, but I bet you could maybe hear a pin drop out there, because I bet folks are being pretty quiet right now as we kind of take this in. And there's our coworkers. There's our coworkers out here, kind of watching, and everybody looking up at the sky with their glasses. And
oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love seeing everybody. Oh, and look, there it is. That's what you can see. If you're inside right now, if you're at work, that's what the eclipse is looking like right now.
I just wonder, we obviously we don't see what's happening on the highways, but you know, we talked about MoDOT expecting people to pull over and watch this on the highways, and we can't see that right now, but I have to assume that people are pulling over out on 44 and maybe 65 right now.
Well, you know, Jamie's so happy right now.
This is the day he's been waiting for.
And he's actually in Rolla. He's going to join us right now. Hi, Jamie. We miss you.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're good. We know you're happy.
Yeah, well, we made the drive up. We made the drive up about 8:30 or so this morning. The traffic was noticeably worse than probably normal, but it wasn't horrible. And when we got up here, probably about an hour out, maybe say about 10:40 or so. And, you know, it's been really cool because weather-wise, things just worked out perfectly for us. I mean, today's probably been one of the clearest days that we've had in about a month's time. And it is, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but it is getting noticeably dark now that the eclipse is occurring. I mean, it looks like dusk across the area. If you guys can kind of see behind me and just the dimness that we have, as we are just about ready to hit totality here. I'm going to try to see if I can get the sun in that shot. You can kind of see it right there. I mean, it is really dramatic how dark it's gotten just since you guys started to speak to us. Temperatures have been dropping also steadily throughout. You can hear people screaming now as they're starting to really take in this eclipse. Very, very dramatic. I wasn't really prepared for how dramatic this was going to be. You know, I knew it was going to get dark, but I've only seen partials. This is the first full one that I've actually been able to see, and you can see now. I'm going to speak to my wife really quickly. Charlotte, does it look like it's completely covered now?
It looks like it's completely covered. It's gorgeous.
Okay, well, I'm gonna actually take a look with my own glasses, and oh, that is Charlotte, take pictures. That is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that at home, but really right now, all that we're seeing here in the parking lot in Cuba, Missouri, is a ring of light around the sun. We appear to have reached totality. You can see the corona just like it's described in the pictures. I don't know, it's a little hard to see probably, but I can see with my own eyes, just like you see in the pictures, just those filaments of light. As the moon completely covers the sun, the disk of the sun, you can see those filaments of light that are the corona around the moon. And now it looks like we're beginning to see the moon beginning to shift maybe off the disk of the sun. You can actually see the stars. They are out. It looks like sunset here in Cuba, Missouri, as it appears we have reached totality. And it's been really pretty incredible. It's been really a community event, because when we got here, people started pulling up. People started showing up here at the visitor center, and I mean, they've had the welder's glasses, the viewing boxes, and these eclipse glasses, and it's just been a really neat event to take part in, not only here in Cuba, but across the state of Missouri. Guys, back to you.
And Jamie, we're actually still watching it here in Springfield, and I think we've already hit our peak, because if you look up, if you've got the glasses and you look up, the moon is moving now further to the east, so we've gone across with the moon here in Springfield. It's still like dusk out here.
I know, it's pretty eerie, isn't it?
There's the shot we're showing you right there from our camera that's positioned here in the Color 10 parking lot with a special filter on it. So again, you can see the moon is moving now further to the east. But it's an incredible image. And again, we haven't seen this happen here in our neck of the woods since 1979. And we've got another one coming up here in a few years. I believe they said in 2024. So you've got another shot coming up here in a few years.
All right. Well,
there's the NASA image too.
The NASA image, and we're going to go to break. We hope you'll join us in just a second. Well, thanks for joining us again. You are watching your Color 10 Eclipse party, and we're having a good time out here.
We are. It's been really amazing to see. It's still pretty dusky out here in our neck of the woods over here on East Division Street, and we've passed what would be our totality in Springfield. A lot of people have been looking forward to this day for quite some time, and there's a lot of watch parties too going on today.
A lot of watch parties, including over at Plaster Stadium at the Missouri State campus, and that's where we find Joe and Heather from our Daybreak show. Hi, guys.
We are at the point on the surface.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed it as much as we did out there. It was pretty great, and I'll tell you, it was odd. We saw you guys come out to our shot here. Everyone kind of got quiet.
They did.
Right at 1:13, they had a big countdown for it, and really cool to see everyone, thousands of people, just hushed by this great event.
Yeah, about 13,000 people came out to Plaster Stadium, and a lot of them were just sprawled out on the football field, you know, just kicked up, looking at the sun with their glasses and everything. So it was just a really neat experience to see. They also had a stream of Jefferson City when it passed over there, and it was just really cool to be involved in this, pretty near the path of totality.
And you say laying out on the football field. We're on turf right now. This is where Missouri State plays football. It is a bit warm in your summer days here, and we were sweating our tails off earlier, and it got cool enough to where thousands of people could just lay down, and that's something that, you know, we've accounted for and stuff, but it was nice, and we were all thankful that it got very cool, you know?
That's right. A lot of people starting to pack up and head out now, but what a cool day here at Plaster Stadium for the first day of school for MSU. A lot of students were actually playing the games with the kids, and just a fun learning experience too. And Elisa has been so pumped about this. She prepared us for the weather, what was going to go on, so let's go ahead and send it over to her for more.
Guys, it is amazing how much cooler it's gotten out here. We were sweating earlier, and look, it's still hot, but you could definitely feel the difference. The skies are darker. We've reached that peak. People are checking out the moon and the sun at the same time in these telescopes out here. They're getting really great pictures by taking pictures with the telescope and some filters, and it's just been science geeking out here. And we've got kids, even little kids of all ages, that are really enjoying this. I've got Henry with me. He's 6. Henry, how has this been? Has this been cool or what?
Cool.
It's been cool, right? I mean, we've got dinosaurs inside, and then we're checking out the sun and the moon outside. What has this been like?
It's been awesome.
Awesome, right? I think that's a great way to describe it. Yeah, buddy. It has been awesome out here. All this science, it's just been so much fun. We've got telescopes. Here we're looking at the sun and the moon at the same time, and the kids of all ages have really been having a great time. Did you have a good day, Henry? We're having a lot of fun out here at the Missouri Institute of Natural Science. We'll send it back to you guys.
Still going, so make sure that if you still want to look up.
All right, welcome on back as we wrap things up here for the solar eclipse.
Yeah, a
fantastic
huge
stuff.
solar eclipse watch party out at Plaster Stadium. A lot of people starting to leave now, but we have been able to chat with a lot of the kids who came out who said this was just awesome. It was so cool to either come with school or get out and go with your parents.
That's what I thought. Very fun. We got to play some games. She beat me in cornhole. Not happy about that. And even worse, the shocking video evidence will come your way on Daybreak too at some
That's
point.
right. So wake up with us tomorrow. That's
All
right.
right, that's fine. That'll do it from Plaster Stadium, though, for Solar Eclipse 2017. Let's check in one last time with Elisa Raffa.
Guys, people have really been enjoying it out here. We keep adjusting the telescope to get the sun and the moon in there, because that's what we've been seeing. You can feel the temperatures a little bit cooler out here, and everybody's just having a real great time. Yeah, again, we just keep checking out this telescope. We've got kids coming in and out, and again, we're having such a good time. So we'll send it back to you guys.
Well, Lisa, we're here at Dickerson Park Zoo. We saw the Simang sing earlier. A lot of these animals now getting ready for bed, believe it or not. We saw the pumas getting up in their tree nest, and we're here at the bear exhibit. You can see Gus overside by the fence. This is normally where they come for dinner. That's because we're also next to the cages here. The cages are where they go to bed, where they get dinner, and where they begin to go through the night and then wake up in the morning. You could definitely sense the eclipse with the animals here in Dickerson Park Zoo. David, over to you.
I'm sorry, do we have to do our job now because we're all just staring up into outer space here? Do we actually have to talk?
I think
Daniel's
so.
done, so I guess we have to. Hey, we're
pretty.
We brought Jeremy and Tom back. Thank you guys for your hillbilly science demonstrations today.
No, that was awesome.
My favorite one was that you pointed out. I like the colander, but I also like the leaves.
Yeah, if
That's
you
really
look
cool.
through the things, you see crescents from the eclipse. It was pretty cool.
And the mirror too. And if you next time in 2024, if you shine a mirror, maybe a round mirror on a side of a building, you're going to see it through the mirror too, which is pretty cool.
And it's safer. And Kelly sang a little line from Total Eclipse of the Sun for us.
And guess what? I have new sunglasses. I love these because when you put these on, you guys have never looked better.
You know what? And Tom, hey, you guys, Tom pointed out, and I didn't even think about this, but Tom pointed out that if you've got the approved sunglasses, it's going to have the date on the side. So these things might be worth some cash someday. You never know.
Hand them down to your grandchildren, and they'll be on Amazon in no time.
Hopefully. We'll see. But we've certainly had a great time bringing you the eclipse of 2017 here on Color 10. It's been our pleasure to be with you for this hour and kind of share the experience. And hopefully you and your family have some fond memories of going through this yourselves today in 2017.
I look forward to seeing all your pictures. You know, if you took pictures today, not of the sun without the filter, though, don't you dare.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
And don't look at the sun yet.
No, not yet.
Thanks for watching. Watch these guys at 3 o'clock on Ozarks Live. We'll see you at 5 o'clock on Color 10 News.
Bye.